Hello everybody, I'm Dolly Bhasin, founder of SmartEdge and MD of SPH Consultancy and E-Services. SmartEdge is an integrated platform for learning, innovation and entrepreneurship. More than 50% of the engineers and graduates are unemployed and require minimum 6 to 8 months of training by the industry even after finishing their professional courses. On the other hand, India would have the youngest population in the world by 2035, and if they are not suitably engaged, they would tend to create unrest and we would not be able to get the benefit of the demographic dividend. India would have the youngest population in the world by 2035, and if they are not suitably engaged, they would tend to create unrest and would not get the benefit of the demographic dividend. The future of work is going to be very different from the way it is today. There would be more focus on work rather than place of work. People will be paid for work they perform, not on the number of hours spent or for coming to office. The job roles and the type of work will change very often, and the key requirement to survive would be the ability to learn, unlearn and relearn. Technologies that will play an important role in the work would be artificial intelligence, blockchain, IoT, cloud, big data, AR, VR, MR, robotics, Web 3.0 and quantum technologies. In India, e-services will take over services which contribute today more than 56% of the GDP directly and almost 72% indirectly. Everyone would need to have an entrepreneurial mindset for both employment-oriented work or self-employed work. So it's important to really address these diverse needs. It's the 75th year of our independence, but we continue to be at least 10 years behind in technology adoption from the world, despite the fact that Indians living in the West are the ones that are working on developing new emerging technologies and creating new business models, which are changing the entire paradigm. What you need is a mechanism to bring innovation into everything that you do and have an ability to learn what you need to learn using experiential learning approach and also develop entrepreneurial skills. The learning of the use of emerging technologies to solve local problems is most important, which means we need to identify the sectors that would be most affected by the future of work and have a greater impact on loss of jobs, but can also provide new innovative models to create new jobs by systematically ensuring that youth and women are suitably trained to think creatively and apply the same through innovative business models. These sectors, as per my knowledge and research, are fashion and textile, healthcare, travel and tourism, financial transactions, commerce and environment. One thing which is common amongst all these are that they are services, and services can be easily digitized and delivered at scale through technology-enabled mechanism. We've seen that in the COVID times. And if we have systems and processes in place that ensure we do adopt new business models without cutting down jobs, by adding the relatively lesser skilled people to do specific job roles which are aided by data-driven mechanism, we can have a complete digital transformation of the sector. Innovation platforms provide that mechanism. The SmartEdge to manage the future of work. Also, entrepreneurship in general has been really looked at from the shareholder perspective, not from the stakeholder perspective. And most of the developmental studies done internationally have shown that I'm trying to quote here from the Investor Forum of the London Business School Center of Corporate Governance. The growing body of opinion asserts that the current model of capitalism has failed because of an excessive focus on shareholder interest without sufficient regard to the other stakeholders. Its proponents advocate an alternative form of capitalism, which is the stakeholder capitalism. Much of the gap between the shareholder value and the stakeholder value can be closed by considering value creation over a long term. SmartEdge is being built for that. An integrated platform for learning, innovation, and entrepreneurship to prepare youth, women, and entrepreneurs for managing the future of work in the fourth industrial revolution. The fourth industrial revolution is the digital revolution, which is characterized by fusion of technologies that is blurring the lines between physical, digital, and biological spheres. We aim to look at converting challenges into opportunities through livelihood options, creating livelihood options by providing the right skills and the right knowledge for employment as well as entrepreneurship. Harnessing the untapped potential of youth, women, and SMEs. Women are the most untapped resource of the country, and less than 35% of women are economically independent. SMEs, being the backbone of India's industrial growth, still have a very poor technology adoption. So what does SmartEdge stand for? SmartEdge stands for Smart Edge. SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, assignable, relevant, and time bound. So we try to really create specific, define a very specific area of interest which is measurable, assignable, and relevant to the context, and a time-bound activity to create either projects or initiatives which really deliver value, a clear advantage to stand out. Aims to address the emerging opportunities and challenges in the technical manpower and knowledge gaps in the smart nation building, bridging the gap between industry and academia, and creation of capacity, capability, and creativity. The collaborative development to create world-class products and services, and enhancing employability and entrepreneurship. SmartEdge is a complete learning paradigm shift. It's not a linear learning, but it's a learning of combination of the human resource competence management, business process management, and knowledge management, with very specific reference to the context, collaboration, community, and commerce. What is different? It's an innovative approach to experiential learning with project-driven outcomes. Just in time, just what you need learning, anytime, anywhere learning to suit existing workforce, using andragogy approach meant for adult learning. We've used this approach for various projects in the past, and trying to really now incorporate that for learning for the youth and women, as well as what is the learning that we've had with the SME sector. In the startup ecosystem and the youth ecosystem, we've been a knowledge partner for more than 50 hackathons, both offline and online, and conducted more than 30 innovation and business challenges, facilitating 10,000 youth and women to learn new technologies in experiential learning mode, and incubated and accelerated more than 55 ideas to create value in terms of intellectual property, new businesses, and technology entrepreneurs. So one of the most notable program that we've done is innovation in the fashion tech arena. We created a 45 days program in which we brought together all the pieces of uh, the platform, which is a 30-day boot camp in which we had over 200 participants, and a 15 days online hackathon with 25 teams. The online handloom festival uh, was being conducted parallelly at the World Trade Center Mumbai's platform online for handicrafts and handloom. We also conducted or partnered with WTC to really create and manage 25 B2B webinars, which were shared amongst not only the participants of the hackathon and bootcamp, but also international participants from all over the world. So we had a lot of interest from the international community. The keynote address for the program was shared by Dr. Mrinal Guvade, who is based out of Netherlands and a doctorate in artificial intelligence, the MD of Holofilm. He's producing some very cool stuff in the fashion tech arena, and has just launched a few products in the crowdfunding mechanism for masses. Startup Bootcamp Fashion Tech Milan's MD, Mr. Stefano Galassi, was invited as a keynote speaker at the finale. During the entire program, we had experts from IBM, both on artificial intelligence and blockchain, and also a lot of experts from the JD Institute of Fashion Technology, me and some of the other colleagues. Plus, we had fashion technology practitioners, entrepreneurs who have been doing wonderful work, like Samiksha Bajaj and others. The net result was that we were able to really create some very good hacks which were showcased and rewarded by IBM. So our innovation programs have been driven around the technology for impact, both in education and healthcare, financial inclusion, good governance, climate change, healthcare, travel and tourism, smart cities, and fashion and textile. One of the most notable experiments was with the MIT Kumbhathon at Nasik, which was the largest open innovation program across multiple cities, multiple sessions, about 8 of them, across 1.5 years to solve some of the problems of the Kumbh Mela. We also ran a program called Hack VSIT, which was a hackathon on UN Sustainable Development Goals, which was graced by the UN Technology Innovation Lab, Mr. Rajiv Gulati. So the journey continues with a lot of other projects that we jointly are undertaking with DCB Bank for innovation, as well as startups who are just out of college or even college dropouts. Our whole objective is to be able to really to discover talent, engage with the talent, and hone their skills uh, through the technology interventions, and help them to really create about future and how work will be done in the future. Our focus has been on youth, women, and MSMEs, especially engineers and management professionals, as well as the BFSI sector. The key criteria has been to on innovation, sustainability, and inclusion, and the target sectors have been fintech, fashion tech, civic tech, clean tech, health tech, edutech, and travel tech. The key technology focus on Web 3.0, artificial intelligence, AR, VR, IoT, robotics, and blockchain. I'm the founder of SmartEdge. I've been a strategic thinker and have an ability to conceptualize, develop, and execute business ideas at scale. I've been a lifelong learner, a gold medalist electronics and communication engineer with a BSc from ML Sukhadia University, MSc in travel and tourism from University of Nottingham, and PG diploma in sales and marketing from Bharati Vidya Bhavan, Delhi. I I've done my postgraduate diploma in business administration, Singapore, and also I've undertaken many programs on entrepreneurship development, both for technology entrepreneurship and social entrepreneurship. I've about 37 years experience in diverse areas, the last 22 years as a knowledge entrepreneur. An innovator with rich experience in both product and project management, launched the first award-winning product from India called Odyssey in 1992, and have been a key consultant and execution partner for e-governance projects, Senate and MP Treasury. Been an industry partner for transforming the ITI ecosystem for developing the technology-based ITIs, and a committee member of selection of VTPs, the Delhi Technical Education. I've been a author of 2 resource books on SME CEO Knowledge Handbook and book publishing. Chaired 2 international conference in e-education and presented papers at international conferences in SME, knowledge networks, e-learning, tourism, etc. I've been a winner of many national and international awards on women in innovation, women in business, and sustainable tourism. I'm supported by a core team which has joined me very recently, working very specifically to really kind of now take the idea further through a global platform. Sanjay Nagi, Yasharya, Rohit Sadana, Arshna, Mohan, and Ashok Yadav are the key members. We also have multiple advisors who have been working very closely with us to really give us the direction, especially Prasanna Lohar, the Chief Innovation Officer at DCB Bank, Rajiv Gulati, the former program manager of Until, Dr. Ajit Nigam, Chief Executive Officer of NFDI, Alok Sinha, Managing Director of Globus 8, and Mamta Gupta, the Managing Director of U2CA Consultants Private Limited, a veteran in the fashion and textile arena. So to summarize, SmartEdge is an integrated platform, which is a technology-enhanced innovation platform for supporting the learning of skills and knowledge to build smart people, smart technology, and smart businesses, to manage the future of work in the 4th industrial revolution using experiential learning, innovation, and competitive strategies. We are now looking for funding for the platform, which is an integrated platform which should go global as we talk. The preferred modality of investment at this point of time is a need of about 10 crore, which is going to come from equity, CSR funds, corpus grants, and technology funds. The existing investment networks in place for the scale up of entrepreneurs is through various partners that we have been working in the past, have already taken almost about 55 of them, of the ideas global, at least taken them to the scale that they need to really go, whether it is local or global. So that's all that I have. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll be happy to really answer any questions, if any. Thank you.